On the floor, workers not washing up. That's just a taste of the violations inspectors uncovered at Valley restaurants this week. Hello Vietnam Pho and roll on Tatum Boulevard off Cactus Road in Phoenix. 3 major health code violations. No certified food manager on duty. Food debris left on a deli slicer. Lettuce and rice noodles not kept cold enough. And the place with the most health code violations? It's a tie. The Sanctuary Camelback Mountain Resort and McDonald and Superstition in Paradise Valley, and Ramen Hood on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard and Pima Road in Scottsdale. Both had 4 major violations. The Sanctuary Camelback Mountain Resort had an employee handling dirty dishes, then clean dishes without washing up. An employee plating slices of cooked beef with their bare hands. Containers of cooked curry and butternut squash not cooling properly. A dishwasher not sanitizing properly. Ramen Hood had no certified food manager on duty. Dishes not cleaned properly. Boxes of meat stored on the floor. And a worker coming out of the restroom and not washing his hands. The restaurant is now on notice to clean up or could face legal action. Jason Berry for Arizona's Family.
Thank you, Jason. Let's take a look at the Dean's List. These are the restaurants with perfect health inspection scores. Marco's Pizza on Baseline and Power in Mesa. The Oso Brewery at Central and Orchid in Phoenix. The Papa John's at Bell and 43rd Avenue in Glendale. The Subway at Ellsworth Loop and Rittenhouse in Queen Creek. The Castles and Coasters on Metro Parkway and 29th Avenue in Phoenix. And Snow Fox Sushi on Lake Pleasant and Happy Valley in Peoria.